and we not sent you, but to the mercy upon the whole mankind, upon the whole, every creation. So Prophet Muhammad is the mercy upon whole mankind. And that was our topic for last 2 days, for Jummah Khutbah and also for the Saturday night lecture. We have the same topic about the character of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. It was a beautiful message yesterday night also, that how great character the Prophet Muhammad had. And that's the best model, as Allah said in the Quran, لَقَدْ قَالَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. In the life of his Prophet Muhammad, you have a best of the model, or the best of the example. It's a great life of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, which we are discussing for last 2 days, that he has a very beautiful character, and then he has a lots of stories which give us a great character. For example, the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, he never tell a lie. He always speak the truth. He never hurt people with his words. He don't shout to the people. He don't break his promise. He don't cheat to the people. And he always do the justice. He never do the injustices in his life. He take care of the orphans. He take care for the widows or the poor people or the people who are with troubles. He always welcome them and he always want to help them. And he is very special care about the women. As I was saying yesterday, that the time of the Arabia, when he was sent to them, the people were used to bury alive their daughters, and he used to save those girls, those young girls. He tell to the father, don't kill your daughter, give it to me, I will take care of them. And he's willing to support all those girls who the father want to bury them alive. That was the worst kind of happening in the time of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, that people were burying their daughters, the father were burying their daughters alive. And then he was against the system, and he gave the rights to the women. In that time, he was a person who was giving the great rights to the women. Even he himself, when he got married to Khadija, his first wife, she was 40 years old, and the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu was only 25 years old. And how he know Khadija? Because he was a business partner with her. She had a lot of money, she was a rich woman, and the Khadija was invested with him that he can bring his merchandise to Sham, which is called today is Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria. That's called Sham before. And the Prophet Muhammad was working for Khadija merchandise. He carried her merchandise from Makkah to Sham, and from Sham back to Makkah, bring another goods and he sell. And the Khadija was used to give this opportunity to other trade businessmen in Makkah. But when she trusted to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, and when the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu brought back the great profit to her, she shocked that what is happening now. Before, the people were not giving me that much profit in the merchandise, but this Muhammad is giving me lots of profit. Means he's an honest person. He is not hiding any profit to himself. And she has agreement with Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that I will give you 30% of the profit. For example, if whatever she's going to earn, she's going to give 30% to Prophet Muhammad as his share. So he was a business partner with a woman, Khadija, and then he showed her the honesty and the truthfulness. She was very admired. She was a widow, and she was very admired, and she sent a proposal to him that she want to marry him. And he did not say yes. He rather said, I'm going to ask to my uncle, because his uncle was like his father, because his father died before he born. His mother died at 6 years of age, and his grandfather was taking care of him. But after the grandfather died, Abdul Muttalib, he handed over to him to Abu Talib, his uncle, and uncle was acting as like a father, his guardian. So when he got this proposal from a richest woman in Makkah, a businesswoman, who was a very kind woman, who was a good behavior, chaste woman, widow, he did not say yes. He said, I am going to consult it with my uncle, with my father, and I will ask him what he tell me. So he go to his uncle, who was his guardian. Even he is a 25 years old man, he can decide himself, but no, he has a respect to his guardian. He talked to Abu Talib, and Abu Talib said, no, it's right, it's a good decision. Go ahead to marry Khadija, because Khadija is a righteous woman, she's a good woman, she's a businesswoman, she's good looking, and she's the best woman, you can marry her. So Prophet Muhammad gave his acceptance to the cousin or the friend of Khadija that, okay, he's willing to marry her. So they arranged marriage, and he got married with her. And all the time, the Khadija took care of him very much. She always take care of him. She always care about him. And then he was 25 years old, and the Khadija was 40 years old. So he married to Khadija when he was 25 years old, and Khadija was 40 years old. And they lived together. They lived together for 15 plus 12. 27 years. The Prophet Muhammad his only wife was Khadija for 27 years, and they have a best life. They have a very good life, they are loving life, and they take care of each other. And then when the Prophet Muhammad was 40 years old, he started to get uncomfortable feelings. He wanted to know about God, about Allah. He wanted to know about why I'm here in this world, what is the purpose of my life, and what will happen to me when I die. So he has lots of questions in his mind. And he wants to know about God. He wants to know about his creator. So he told to his wife Khadija that I'm going to the mountain to stay there to meditation and to try to get closer to the creator, to God. And she said, it's good, okay, you go ahead. And she prepared for his food, the dates, water, some other dry meat or dry foods, and good enough water. So he go to the mountain, he stay in the mountain in the cave which is called Hira. The name of the cave was Hira. And he stay there for several days, weeks also. And what they do, he just pray continuously, non-stop. He non-stop pray for weeks. He just meditation, he's praying to Allah. Allah guide me, Allah show me the way, Allah give me the right guidance. And he keeps on praying for several weeks. And when he get hungry, he eat little food, and he continuously to praying. He make this habit for several weeks, and then after that he go back to his family, and then he stay there. Then again he feel like the same situation. He go back to the cave, and he started to meditation one-on-one with Allah. He's trying to get closer to Allah. And sometime the Khadija was already very old woman. She married 40, so another 50 to 40 years old, Prophet Muhammad, and the Khadija was 55 years old. And sometime she go to him in the mountain, she climbed it. It's a very high mountain. We went there and see, it's not easy to climb that kind of big mountain. She climbed there and she bring his food there, his needs there. That's how love she had for Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then she stay with him also sometime, and she go back to do her work. And then that's the way continue until the time when one day the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was alone in the cave, and it was night time, and it was the night of Ramadan. It was Laylatul Qadr, because Allah said that Allah sent down the Quran in Laylatul Qadr, the Ramadan, the Laylatul Qadr. So Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he saw a man, because the angel came now, but he come in a human form. So he saw a ajnabi. Ajnabi means a strange man. He never saw him before. So he got scared. Who is this man? Why he is coming here? What is his intention? The rather he can get out of his surprise, suddenly this man is starting to command him, Iqra. Iqra means read. And usually when you need to read from the book, you say Iqra, you read from the book. And the Prophet Muhammad was never go to school. He never has an education. He don't know how to read and write. That was a miracle, that he doesn't know read and write, yet he is the most knowledgeable person in the world. Allah is his teacher. Allah sent the angel to teach him all the knowledge. And he has become the most knowledgeable, the biggest alim, the biggest scholar of the world. That he has the lots of information given to the mankind, which is not known to the modern science until today. And these information are mentioned in the Quran. Allah gave him all those knowledge. So he told to him, Ma na biqari, I don't know how to read. I'm not a reader. I doesn't know how to read. Because he really doesn't know how to read and write. So angel get him, and squeeze him very tightly. And then Prophet said, I feel like my bones are going to break because of the power of this man to squeeze me. So Prophet Muhammad, and for my understanding that the angel is made of light, so he is transferring the light to the heart of the Prophet Muhammad to enlighten him with the knowledge. And then this man again, the angel again said, Iqra, read. And the Prophet again said, Ma Nabi Khari, I don't know how to read. So he squeezed him for second time. And then third time he asked him, Iqra, read. And the Prophet said, Ma Nabi Khari, I don't know how to read. And then he squeezed him for the third time. And the Prophet feels so much pain in his chest. And now he realizes that this person wants me to talk only what he said. I should follow whatever he said the word, I should follow. It's not matter of read and write or read from the book. No. He wants me to follow his words. And that is the first word of the Quran. Allah revealed it. Iqra means read. So reading is knowledge. Knowledge is education. So the first word of the Quran revealed to the mankind, it talks about education. I was saying yesterday that Prime Minister Modi, who has a very bad record in accused against him that he killed lots of Muslims, but yet he has a very good saying I want to share here. He said, Allah is the most word in the Quran. And then his next word is in the Quran is about knowledge. Ilm or Iqra or knowledge words. He said it is the number second next to Allah. Even though I don't like the Prime Minister Modi because he killed lots of Muslims when he was a CM, the Chief Minister. And now he is still making lots of trouble to Muslim minority in India. Yet I want to quote this one that he gives a very good sharing that the number one word in the Quran is Allah and the next word in the Quran is about knowledge. You need to learn knowledge. You need to earn the knowledge. Even the most favorite dua of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Rabbi Zidni Ilma, my Lord, give me more knowledge. So he asked for the knowledge. Knowledge is a great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now he followed him. The angel said, Iqra. And the Prophet Muhammad said, Iqra, read. Bismi Rabbika alladhi khalaq, read in the name of your Lord who created. Read in the name of your Lord who created. So first introduction of Allah we have is the Lord. Read in the name of your Lord. Lord means who give you the life, who give you the food, who give you the everything, who give you the wives, children, brothers, sisters, parents, everything is given by to us is the Lord, Rabb. Rabb is the one who gives everything, who feed us, who protect us, who take care of us, who love us. All the blessings coming from the Lord, Rabb. So first introduction we have with our God is Rabb. He's Rabb. Like example, Kul A'udhu bi Rabbin Nas. First introduction, Rabb. Malikin Nas, the King of mankind. Ilahin Nas, God of mankind. So Rabb is a very, very beautiful attribute of Allah that He is our Rabb. He is our Rabb. We feel very happy to say, Ya Rabbi, my Lord, or Rabbana, our Lord. So Rabb is a very beautiful introduction of Allah to us. So what the angel said to Prophet Muhammad, the first verse of the Quran revealed, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who created. So not just He is the one sustainer and cherisher and protector, He is a Rabb. He is also creator. He is the one who gives you this life. You belong to Him. We don't own ourselves. Allah owns us. Shayu Meharin Nambu hai natin. He is the owner of our life. We all owned by Him. He can take us, He can finish us, He can punish us, He can bless us. Anything He wants to do with us, He has a right to do because we own by Him. He owns us. We cannot say anything. We can be freedom to everyone, but we cannot be freedom with Allah. We need to be slave of Him. We need to be servant of Him. We need to obey Him. We need to follow His commands because He owns us. We belong to Him. That's why when we say Inna Lillahi wa Inna Ilaihi Rajiun, what is meaning? We are Inna Lillahi, we are belong to Allah, wa Inna Ilaihi Rajiun, and we will be returning to Him. So we are all belongs to Him. He is our creator. He is our sustainer. He is our cherisher. He is the one who gives all the blessings. Allah said in the Quran, وَإِن تَعُودُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَظُلُومٌ كَفَّارٌ. If you were to count the blessings of Allah, you can never count them. Surely the man is ungrateful and he is zalim. He is very unjust. So this Prophet Muhammad was reading, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, khalaqal insana min alaq. Khalaqal insana min alaq. He created the man from the alaq. And alaq is the word which is the three meanings. One meaning of alaq is mu'allaq, something hanging on the somewhere. So the initial stage of embryo, according to the ultrasound machines, there is a embryo is hanging to the wall of the uterus in the womb of the mother. So it's mu'allaq, it's hung there. So it is the number one correct meaning. Number two meaning of the alaq is the leech. Leech, the linta in Tagalog, the one which sucks the blood from the skin. So that is look like a linta, the leech. And it's also work like a leech because it's sucking the blood from the womb of the mother for sustenance, for growth, for the growth of the embryo, the fetus. So now the third meaning of the alaq is look like clot. And that is all perfect. All three meanings are perfect. Dr. Keith Moore from Canada, he wrote the book of anatomy. And he wrote down all the verses of the Quran related to the creation of a baby. And he said that these all information were unknown for 1,400 years ago. So it means the Prophet Muhammad was the Prophet of God. He got this divine revelation from Allah, from God. So he was confessing, he was writing this book, and then he mentioned about this verse, the khalaqal insana min alaq. He said it is perfect because this alaqa word is perfectly defining the initial stage of the embryo where the child is starting to grow up in the womb of the mother. And then what is the next? The angel said to him, khalaqal insana min alaq ikra wa rabbukal akram. Read, and your Lord is most generous. And read, and your Lord is most generous. Ikra wa rabbukal akram alladhi allama bil qalam. And what he said? He teach with the pen. He teach with the pen. So how you learn? Read and write. Read and write. Without reading and writing process, you can never learn. So you need to read and you need to write. That's why all the education system is read and write. You need to learn, you must write it down. When you write it down, you can learn very good way. That is the best way of learning. Read and write. So Allah said, Alladhi allama bil qalam. He teach man with the pen, with writing. Allama insana ma lam ya'lam. He teach man which he knew not. All the creation of Allah that created here, they come with the knowledge. Even the goat or the bird or eagle or lion, tiger, chicken, all their children born with knowledge. That the goat can walk immediately or the bird can fly, the chicken. They know this. The kangaroo children, they know how to survive. They immediately learn everything because they are already programmed. But Allah said Allah created the man without knowledge. And they learn everything here. So the child born without knowledge, zero knowledge. The first thing the child learn in this world is how to cry and to say Allah. Actually, the child is saying Allah, but we hear like Hua, but he's saying Allah. So first word the child learn in this world is Allah. And he cry. And if the child is not going to cry, the child is going to die. Because the lungs are compressed. They need to blow to have oxygen get in. And then the child chest is very congested, so child is starting to cry because they feel very congested. And when he cry, the lungs is starting to expand. Balloon is become like balloon. And then the oxygen goes, and then oxygen goes to all the body. Every blood cell, every cell of the body, it will reach the oxygen, and the child is starting to get safe life. If the child is not crying, that's dangerous because this child will not survive. So that's why the child, when come to this world, he learned name of Allah, he started to say Allah, and he started to cry. And the next thing the child learned in this world is how to drink milk from the mother. So what Allah said, Allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam, he teach man which he knew not. So we learn everything here. The child started to learn first day. The Prophet ﷺ says a beautiful hadith, Talab al-ilmu ila al-mahadi, min al-mahadi ila al-lahad. Learn the knowledge from the cradle when you're born until you go to grave. You need to learn the knowledge. Knowledge is the beauty, and knowledge is very important for us to learn. And knowledge is become cursed when you are not using your knowledge. Because the Prophet Muhammad said the question will be asked, where do you spend on the day of judgment? Where do you spend your life? Where do you spend your youth? How you earn your money and how you spend it. If you are not earn money halal or haram, and you earn money halal, but you spend it for the haram. You spend it for the club, or you spend it for the alcohol or haram thing, or wasting money. Allah said those who are wasting money, they are the brothers of shaitan. And then last question on the day of judgment, the knowledge you earned, how much you utilize it. So if you have knowledge and if you don't utilize your knowledge, then you are going to answer that to Allah, because the biggest Wasting is a wasting of the knowledge. If you're wasting your knowledge is more bigger sin than to wasting the other resources. So not to waste the knowledge, rather to. So now he get very scared. He went back to his wife, and his wife was started to comfort him. He was thinking that maybe I got crazy, maybe I'm possessed by a jinn, maybe somebody magic on me, or maybe I lost my mind. This man was maybe going to destroy me. Because you don't know that's the angel of Allah, Jibril. So his wife said, no, you are a good person. You are helping people. You take care for the orphans. You are taking care for the widows. You are taking for the poor, taking care of the poor. You are a very good person. Your neighbors, you are good. Your relatives, you are very good. Allah will not destroy you. Don't think like this. Allah will always protect you. So that was a great wife who started to give him the comfort, and then she called her uncle, who has a knowledge of the previous books for Torah and Injil. And then this uncle, he told him that you are becoming a prophet now. That's the angel, and you are that last prophet which people were waiting, and your people will go against you. Then later on they will accept you. And if I will be alive at that time, I will support you. So that uncle of the Khadija was giving this explanation from the previous book, that the previous book mentioned about the last prophet, and you are that prophet, and you got this angel who give you this message. So it's a beautiful story. We have no enough time. It's already more than our time usually.